Tutti Frutti, would you like some crypto's juiciest news? Yes, you will. I had to give the Bitcoin price an orange emoji, friends. I was real close to giving the red emoji. The red emoji only comes when it's like, it's a pooper. I'm just going to show you the price action here on the 5-minute. This is what's basically happened. I had this like straight reversal down, pop, down to around 68, 69,000 American dollars. We have a bit of macro data that came out. So I'm just going to get through the news with you, friends, and then we'll start to talk about the charts. So remember, we're waiting for the US macro data. So that comes out on the first Friday of the month. That's US jobs. It came out. It's a bit 50-50, but I'll show you the market reaction to it. So the jobs comes out. The unemployment rate, see the forecasting? The unemployment rate stays at 4.1%. So you can see it right here, okay? 4.1%. However, the job creation is down to 12%, okay? And 12,000 jobs made when they were expecting 100,000. They also revised, this is what the government's been doing every month. They revise the previous months down. So if you're curious, how do they actually manipulate the data? They do a lot of things everywhere, but one of the most common things that they do is they use the higher estimates of their data first to make the market look good. And then as more data comes out, when they redo the recounting and all these other stuff, they modify it lower. So when you're looking at the back, you get the real data, but as the market comes in, you get the proper one. And the market, for some reason, it just keeps believing it because it knows, like, even though the data's a bit fake, the economy hasn't tanked enough yet. Because the government's not, when they're smudging the data, it's not to tell you things are like really, really bad, but they should be good. It's not to do that. The reason why they do it is that it's for control. It's to get you not to be spooked. That's what it is, because they don't want to cause any of this, I guess, until the pre-planned things appear, right? Also, in this data, there was the ISM manufacturing. Now, this is a very important number. You see the red flag here, friends? Red flag. It came out weaker, 46.5 versus 47. So the number reading 50, if it's at 50, it's break even. Above 50, the economy is pretty much growing. That ISM is a forward-looking indicator to see how the economy is basically going in the future, because it's all these businesses and their manufacturing orders. That's what they're asking all these businesses. Hey, did you get like less orders, or do you expect more orders in the future? And it's been going down a bit. Now, Raoul Pal uses that. Everybody pretty much uses that ISM to predict what's coming ahead. So if I remember the ISM, it looks like a big sine wave over time. Obviously, when it goes down, it's in recessions. When it goes up, it's fine in like normal bull market stuff. But we're like in this dip part, and everyone's scared that we're going to have like another big leg lower. But Raoul Pal showed a lot of data showing like in this type of economy, everyone feels worried, but it's actually a dip. It's actually a shallow dip, and then you expand and you go again. And that's why ultimately the global liquidity index is super important when they actually do the real global liquidity index, because they're always like pumping money into the ecosystem to stimulate that ISM to continue, okay? But I guess we'll just see, because I've got to show you this information right now, friends. I actually got to break this to you. We are getting real close to danger. Okay, this is the US yield curve. And what I'm going to do is, I know everyone's going to get scared. I'm going to put some angel music just to basically soften the blow, friends. Soften the blow. Okay, get your lollipops out. Get your lollipops out. There is a very concerning thought in my head, right? When we're looking at this inverted yield curve. So the yield curve's inverted. Yes, it is below zero. This is the real yield curve, by the way. This is the 10-year to 3-month, okay? Once this thing goes through, oh man, like that's, just to let you know, this has no false signals, this one, okay? That's poopiness, okay? There is no, this is, friends, this is total cope, okay? Just showing you, there was this one period, it faked it out up here. It faked it out, and then it came back down here, okay? So there is this one period that happened here. There was also this little fake out thing, but look at, this is a 2-month chart. So it fakes out here, but then you get around 6 months to go. So that's another thing. I mean, they're basically, that's it. They're not even false signals, because the recession does come. It's just like, oh, it doesn't come next month. It doesn't like start cracking the economy really fast. It takes like 2 to 6 months after, but you're dealing with months here, and that's why. Look, we'll see. We'll see. Technically, it's not. It hasn't uninverted. It hasn't uninverted yet. Okay, but this is, yeah, we've got to keep a close eye on that. But what does close eye mean? What can you do? Altcoins are low, you know, so we pray. Now, some more news as well. Coinbase says the FDIC advised banks not to provide crypto services over 20 times. The FDIC are soy boy cucks. So these are the institutions. Yes, they are soy boy cucks. They have pencil necks. Oh, man, they wear brown tarnished slippers. And you friends, it's not even up for debate. They are wearing brown leather shoes on Saturday mornings for non-formal events. That's that guy. He's that guy. They work for this FDIC, all these banks. They really want to crush crypto, man. They want to kill crypto, but they can't. They can't because they're too exciting and there's too much money to be made. It's digital real estate. There's too much value creation. So they have to go to the next strategy later on. They're like, hey, how can we tax it? And how can we like set up these structures to tax it? That's by the way, that's how we win. Regulation is how we win. Just let everyone know. Because if they don't regulate, they go ban. Okay, that's victory for us. Also, this hedge fund, Abracadabra Capital has accumulated 19,800 ETH in the past 3 days. So just showing you there are hedge funds here. They are buying these dips out here, okay? Trump Harris is also, he's around 60%. Trump Harris around 40%. There was some tumble over some friends. I don't even know what happened with his garage thing. Everyone keeps saying these words that it's a garbage truck or trash thing. I mean, everyone's got a TikTok attention span now anyway. Everyone's going to forget in literally a day. Now, the stock market and the Russell 2000 have been holding up. I mean, considering the data and everything. See, as you can see, friends, see how each data point that comes out, the market prices these things in slowly. See with the unemployment, that the ISM data. If the ISM data, if it starts to turn good next month, everything goes to price down again. Okay, so that's why it's you can't. There's no free lunch, man. If you're gonna bet on a recession, you got to be out now. You have to be out now. And if you're gonna be rewarded, these are like these walls of worry. So look. Every time I'm worried, you always come out on top. Always. Every single time. There's difference, though, between worry and you have this fear. Okay? We don't actually have this real fear. We have this worry, anxiety, yeah. But the actual real fear is, friends, is when there's just like total annihilation everywhere, liquidations, all these other things happening. But the best part about it is, as I've told you, you don't... That's why, friends. That's why people always ask me, how the hell are you so calm with these? And I'm like, dude, we don't have enough suckers in. Okay, and I have to use that word. We don't have enough non-believers in. And, you know, I'm going to tone down that language a bit, but maybe not really, because you got to understand, like, people coming in, throwing $250,000 clips in about 12 months from now, if that happens, you're not a believer. You're just a trader. But that's okay. But when these traders start to lose money, they all hit out. And there's not enough liquidity to buy at those prices for a prolonged period of time. So that's an important aspect to grasp of all that. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart, man. Wow, this is a terrible weekly chart, man. Friends, we were above. We were literally in the highest weekly close, and then we did this stupid, racist wick. Oh my gosh, man. What a wick. So, yeah, this is it, I guess. I want to show you the Ethereum chart as well. This is a weekly, friends, but it looks like there's this little triangle thing forming. And these triangles, they usually do this whole base move. You get that long side of the triangle. And so if Ethereum pops, it can like shoot up to 3,700 when it finally does. I mean, like that is see, Bitcoin would be higher as well by this point. That's a 34% fast move. So that's what we might find. We might find as soon as Ethereum hits 2,800, it goes to like 3,700 pretty quick, almost like $1,000 move. That's what Ethereum can do. But obviously, like, it's not like, oh, I should just always be in Ethereum. Yeah, look what it feels like though. Like it gives you an extreme amount of pain first for it to go through, because the market's pretty much, it's telling Ethereum it's an altcoin. Okay, it's gone back to like, hey, you're just back to one of those side things on a Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin ecosystem. That's how it's treating it. Now, looking at the PulseChain ecosystem, this is a 24-hour reading, friends. Everything's pretty much flat. You have some hex retracements out here, maybe some court dumping stuff. Let's see these greens are Boomer Bucks, Inc. from Mike. This is Mike Monsters Inc. And then you have, what was his third one? Still waiting. This is Heart with Dog Hog. So shout out the babes out here. As you can see, friends, there's like, look at this. Market stalls. There's memes pumping, okay? It's just, it's fascinating that, look what we do. It's not us guessing. I'm not guessing this, okay? I did not come out and in 2022, when I'm making all my videos and all these things in 2023, I did not say, guys, every time the market stalls in 2024, we're going to see people buy memes and it's going to be a signal like that. I didn't know that, but we're watching it. It's happening now. Like, I'm sitting on the sidelines like, okay, Where's all this product market fit buying for DeFi tokens and all these other things? Look, you need them there to build the industry. Just like, look, yeah, a city needs sewers. Yes, a city needs bricklayers. A city needs plumbers. It needs sparkies. It does, you know. But the big billionaire who comes in, when they want to get rich, they don't go become a sparky. They don't go become a plumber, right? They do things like, okay, I'm going to buy land. I'm going to put a big building on this land and stuff and employ people. So, you know, that's maybe how it's going to appear in crypto, friends, where there's this meme coin stuff going on here, but as all the activity comes in, it's like it's generating activity for the rest of the industry, just like Las Vegas. You know, friends, Las Vegas, I mean, like every plumber, every maintenance guy, you know, all the customer service, every waiter, they're all funded by people going in and wanting to get sloshed. And they just want to have fun and just tour and just relax, you know, just take a holiday for themselves. You never think about that direct correlation, but they all know it there. They all know it. And it's not like anybody is like anything bad. It's a healthy economy, right? Now, if you haven't seen this interview, friends, shout out to Adam Stokesy. You should definitely watch this interview. So it's uploaded both to my channel and Stokesy. So in here, we discover Richard Hart, the court case. There's Donald Trump talk, politics, memes, all crypto, PulseChain, HEX. My thoughts about Richard Hart's grand plan. Is he going to stream in the end? I've got price prediction stuff at the end, man. This thing was jam-packed. I mean, like, even if it just watch it for the introduction, okay, for itself. Stokesy! You know, whenever Stokesy DM'd me, I would yell it out in my rip. Yeah, man. Everyone thinks I'm going crazy, friends. But I'm not. Look, I'm not going crazy. I was born crazy. Do you understand? There is no normal here. So definitely check that out. Also, friends, also, like, there's that, but then there's also the real juice, which is what I hold close to my heart. It's the alien interview. Okay, the alien interview, friends. This thing, okay, friends, it hasn't been debunked in 30
alien
years.
Interview.
And this is it, friends. This is it. You should watch all of it. Yeah, in 30 years, it hasn't been debunked. And once again, my computer just blew up as I'm recording here for you, so I got to show it to you again. This is it, friends. 30 years, hasn't been debunked. The guy who leaked it, he challenged people. He goes, I'll give you money. I'll give you hundreds of thousands of dollars. This was back in the 90s when it came out, 1997, if you can actually debunk it. Also, John Stewart. So there's a documentary coming out about that alien interview. Because you understand, friends, UFO people, see, in crypto, we're like, are we sure these are real? Why? Because in crypto, when a coin moves up like 15%, you hear about it so much, right? But with this stuff, you're like, wait a minute, this is changing the fabric of society. Why haven't we heard about it more? We have, but they don't present it like you and me because they have families and they have jobs and they're in jobs. And if your employer thinks you're crazy, they can basically nuke your salary. They can rug you. But in crypto, we're like, well, no one here is normal anyway. We're totally open to this. I mean, bro, like you want to, friends, you want to talk about something being crazy? Okay, if you asked me years ago, what's more likely, aliens being real or a coin going up 1 million X? I would have said aliens being real, bro, because well, they're both real. Shiba Inu did a 1 million X. Like, our minds already get blown in crypto all the time, you know? So that's why crypto is all for bleeding edge people and these personality types. So it's great to see these things morphing. The UFO community, friends, it's just a natural fit for crypto. Like, just imagine what's going to happen to the world. You know how the world changed with the internet? Now anybody can type information to each other and we change the fabric of society changed because of that. Okay, well, what's going to happen when you can pay people money through crypto and no one can stop you? Okay, I bet 0.1% of that will be terrorist stuff. 99.9% will be stuff you and we can't even think about it. It'll be things where there's no stigma about doing stuff anymore. Also, if you make your money in crypto, friends, they can't turn off the crypto, which means you can literally pay yourself to talk about whatever the hell you want. In media, you can't do that. In YouTube, you can't really do that because things get shadow banned. As you saw, friends, when literally the reptilian dude is shape shifting on camera and YouTube has to do the silent shadow banning. I showed you many things like that. Yeah, I also saw this, that they even, friends, see how brazen they are? Google shadow banned Donald Trump on a Joe Rogan interview. How stupid are you guys? There's 26 million views in 48 hours. You think no one's going to notice? Friends, if they're willing to do the shadow banning, right in front of our faces with 26 million people, of course they're going to do it for the other stuff. And I think more people are going to be open to crypto in the future, and they're going to see why it should be worth $10 trillion. And it's only like, 2.5 trillion today. So you look at, this is the whole industry, friends. I know there's like a recession and all these other things coming out, but man, I know, friends, I watch BCB and he's like, oh, the recession, all these things. I'm like, bro, but have you seen inflation out there? How the hell is this industry not worth 10 trillion, bro? How is it not worth 10 trillion? It has to be worth 10 trillion. I can just feel it, man. This is a $10 trillion industry. By the way, the total world stocks is 140 trillion. 140, okay? Here you go. See? Stocks in the world, about 150 trillion. So surely we can beat just 8% of stocks. You know what I mean? We should, man. Also, some people will think about revenue and stuff in crypto. They're like, no, it's hard for crypto to be worth that much because you don't have any fundamentals of revenue. Wrong. Let me show you why. Okay, let's go back to my chart. This is what literally highest value content in crypto. It's not even close. Make memes great again. Friends, how much income per year does gold produce? Nothing. Okay, gold is actually not 16 trillion. I've got to update it. It's like 20 trillion now. It's actually 18 trillion. I just changed it right now. Look at this, man. Property is 200 trillion. Okay, property is 200 trillion. A lot of that property, they're not leasing it out. It's property that people own. You're not making any money off it. You're just like using it to live. You see? So where's the cash flow there? What about cash itself, bro? They're printing money. It's printing money on money. Same as the bonds. How are these things worth all these hundreds of trillions of dollars and crypto is still only 2.5? So I'm just showing you like, yeah, recession and all these other things and inverted yield curve. But at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, why are we 2.5 trillion? Now, here's the thing. We are the way we are because of the 4-year cycle. We know that. But I'm telling you, like, why should we stop at 3 or 4 or 5? We should be at 10, bro. We should be at 10. Now, let's get into some crypto stuff right here. Something feels off about this chart. This is the Sol ETH chart, friends. And just, I don't know why. I feel like, okay, this was, this triangle, friends, it was posted by Ansem very often. Okay, what actually happened was, I noticed this, okay, all the influencers, they all chart this, and then it propped up. Now, it could do these and go up higher. Of course it can. Everyone believes, but there was something weird about this pop-up. There was just something weird. I feel like this was the final bottom sellers of ETH, and then they go buy into Sol. I feel like that was the move that actually happened. And you don't actually have evidence of that. None of the other ratios moved. None. Not even Sol BTC moved. So Solana did not move against Bitcoin. Everything stayed still. Ethereum went down, Sol went up. It felt like it was the final capitulation move, man. But of course, final move. Hey, who do you know it's not the start? What about meme coin super cycle? I know there's a lot of these things to wrestle, but just telling you, fans, like, the greatest meme coins started on Ethereum. Pepe, you heard of Pepe? Have you heard of SHIB? Friends, SHIB became so big, they made their own freaking chain. Like Ethereum, it's the hotbed of memes. It's just that people on Ethereum don't give a shit about it. That's why it's funny. The meme coins on Ethereum chain are like anti-VC on the... But yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. Now, I want to do some nice updates, friends. With PulseChain, there's something called the re-PHUXing, re-PHUX. So PHUX, it's a balance of fork. So just to let you know, so the founder of PHUX, Buck, and their Twitter accounts, they've all blocked me, okay? So I think they've blocked a lot of people. They blocked me, but I'm still saying nice things, friends. See, I'm very unbiased. I don't have this, I don't take anything, most of these things personal, yeah? I am still human, part squirrel, part human, but yes, for the most part, it is very positive. Now, what's actually happening here? Well, look at this, okay? A new PHUX exchange for the new PulseChain, for a new PulseChain. The PH exchange is a fork of Balancer. You can put up to 8 tokens in one liquidity pool. So you see, look at these, all these farming opportunities for all these coins. Tangang, you have a Tropa, we have Gophers, Titanx, even you have the Poker Center stuff. All of these, friends, Hex and Friends, all of these are really, really good. Now, why is it good? Well, shout out to Mr. FastAbdoul. So I've DM'd him privately to let him know this is a good idea, friends. Why? Because right now, there's a gap in the market. By the way, obviously the best thing to do, I'll just tell you right now, is just buy meme coins, okay? But I'll just tell you the next best thing to do if you're a business person. So there's a gap in the market right now. So there's DEXs, but then there's the problem of getting your name out. Okay, so if they don't have somebody with a fluffy microphone like me, it's hard to get your name out in a sea of everybody spamming words. So what they have to do is go to a centralized exchange. The problem is no one wants to pay each exchange $100,000 for a listing. 50 grand into tokens, 50 grand in a listing. By the way, that's a T3, T2 exchange, dude. That's not even one of the big ones, friends. MEXC's like 40 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. Friends, Binance are charging $2 million. Okay, there's another coin out here. I might go to the post later. Another coin. They hit $1 billion market cap. Binance wanted 15% of the supply. Friends, that's literally a $150 million thing. That's see what I mean? Like, the bribes are too big. Now, there's a gap because people don't want to pay that much, and meme coins want a step in between. Now, if you notice, Dex Screener and Morales Money, so Ivan on Tech's platform, which we all support, they allow, like, if you're a meme coin or a community, they don't say meme coin, but if you're an altcoin, you can get your name up by buying your page, as you see on Dex Screener with all the charts, right? So you can just like buy a page, you can update your profile and stuff, and everyone's there. So it's easy to link people. Do you see how that's only like $500? And then Morales Money is probably cheaper. I don't know how much it is, maybe a couple $100. But you see how they drop the price? So hey, you can get some exposure. You don't need to pay for an enormous listing. Okay, they're like the new CoinGecko coin ranking sites, and that's really important. So how can PHUX add value here? What they can do is, I think, to get your liquidity pool, you have to like buy their tokens. So you got to buy their tokens, and then you can use that to vote for your pool. So then you have a pool, and then you're sharing liquidity with everybody else. But that's how they like have a bid on the token over time. So it would be nice, right, over time, if there's a nice product market fit there. So meme coins, if you're serious, let's say you hit $1 million market cap, or 3 or 5 million market cap, and everyone's like, okay, what's next? What do we do? We're like, okay, now we got to go through the listings. Okay, where's the next journey thing we do? Okay, we got the Dex Screener listing already. Okay, now we got to try get more liquidity, so we're like part of the bigger ecosystem with what the big boys do. You know, that's like, now you're trying to get to 100 million or 500 million market cap or $1 billion. You see, so they would buy the PHUX tokens, or I think it's the other one. I forgot how it works. There's two PHUX. You can get boosted liquidity farming, and it basically just helps authenticate these projects to show you, hey, you're more serious and stuff over time. But like I said, this is a future business entrepreneurial thing. It's happening right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that the right thing to do is just like go all in on a certain token. No, but I'm just showing you this is how the crypto industry is evolving, and it's adding to our thesis of meme coin super cycle, because it's communities bootstrapping. That's all it is. They're community coins, man. They're community coins, friends. Like, HEX is part of it. HEX became a cult. It's still not listed on exchanges. It's the only cult that got that big, not listed on exchanges. The only one. Still to this day. It's like, it's still telling you it's cheap. It's saying, hey man, everywhere else we got gate kept. So everywhere else didn't get gate kept, but HEX did. It still is like that. So and remember, man, I showed you, friends, a chart of Carvana. This is the HEX from Ethereum price chart, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, the community is always going to be like thinking about the oversupply of BankX and waiting for them to go out. But man, no, man, like, friends, Cardano had no smart contracts and hit 100 billion market cap. Cardano, man, no smart contracts. You're a smart contract platform. Okay, so I'm just showing you the possibilities are big. Also, shout out to all my friends here. SPX 6900 looks like PHUX is a spot to be. I find it hilarious that these people block you. This is freaking adorable. A turtle with a banana on the head. Friendship confirmed. Also, friends, if you remember, a while ago, very short while ago, I bull posted KUMAMON at like 1 million market cap, and I'm like, man, it's gone up. But I'm just, you got to get in. Because I want to show this as an example, okay? Because KUMAMON now it's up it went up more than a 2x, okay? So it went up, it went up here. So what I want to show you is waiting for these big minus 90% capitulation stuff. We're running out of that. That was 2022, 2023, and half of 2024 stuff. Now we're starting to see things. It doesn't mean they go up only forever, but this box, by the way, if you get back to the back of this box, this is only minus 50% down. Okay, so KUMAMON, I think it's a Tangang coin as well, friends. And just to show you, like, I just want to highlight, like, friends, I take a lot of pride in this. I can be very, very unbiased. Very unbiased. That's why a lot of things I do, because we're here to win a game, you know what I mean? Like, Lionel Messi doesn't want to, like, think about, hey, if I beat this guy, he's going to go home, his country's going to shoot him. because he's going to be disappointing his whole country. He doesn't think about that, okay? He can't stop and think. But yeah, so OrangeGooey, so he's, you know, one of the Tang gang, or you could call the leaders. He unfollowed me. Okay, so he unfollowed me. He made me unfollow him as well. So I'm just showing you that I don't have any biased bone in my body, friends. Obviously, we can get things wrong. Like the whole point of crypto, it's not about being wrong or right. It's like, hey, you're playing a game, you take hits. Okay, yeah, we all get hit in the face sometimes, but then we have a plan for that, right? To get back up. So the bull phase dips, though, you don't get these. So what I'll show you now is just a chart here. You're not going to get these like, oh no, now it's all dead for like 6 months, because we're entering 2025. This is 2025 up there. Instead, what you might get is, okay, if this thing doesn't even keep going up, you get something like this, 50% perk up, 60%, 70% drop, like that, and it continues up higher. That's what you start to see. So that chart pattern, you'll see it start to form more and more. And that's when Richard Hart's classic dips are in the game. You know what I mean? So when he says dips are in the game, yeah, because we're like, hey, a 99.9% dip is like currently happening right now. But in these bull market stuff, it becomes, oh, there's a 12% smack, or there's a 30% smack, a 50% smack, and they're short-lived. Also, friends, I'm going to share with you this comment from OrangeGooey. I've just noticed that it's interesting. It is interesting. So I go through these comments live on this comment. Look at this, friends. So I only unfollowed you because I don't like the influencer urge to feed people to cults. So you got to remember, friends, as well. So the backstory, who are these characters out here? So remember, Tang Gang exist almost as like a rebellion against all the core coins going down. So Tang Gang as well, other people as well, other groups, they start making meme coins. Now, meme coins got product market fit. So firstly, they were all seen as like random speculation scams. And I get it, man. Like, you haven't seen these unicorns before in a while. But now, like, it's been a whole year of these. And we're like, whoa, these things are actually having power. And I'm just going to show you an example of that. This is the HOA, friends. This is HOA Tang Gang. By the way, Mark Cuban was a bear signal here. And then it went up 11x from that. See this chart, friends? Up and up and up. Remember, this was a Tang Gang FUD down here. Everyone came at me for this. It was going down 86%. And look at that. It's recovered the it's moved. Look at that from that low, man. That's actually pretty good. That's a 292%. So that's HOA. But also, so I just want to show you, friends, just give you an insight, okay? So I've been talking about that, the framework of crypto, memes, cults, religions, okay? But you got to remember, okay, yes, I remember, friends, I always consider myself a player of a game, okay? So that's how you navigate these, okay? But the truth is, the people who actually win in certain pockets, it's not a game to them. It's life, okay? They don't exit. It's like early Bitcoin, okay? No one thought Bitcoin was a game in 2013. And people who did think it was a game might have traded themselves out of, billions of dollars, okay? So look what OrangeGooey says. I still think you have the funniest content. Thank you very much, sir. I don't like the idea of crypto as an exit liquidity cult. For some, that might be true, but not me. Do appreciate you talking about the best liquidity profile on the chain, though. I'm sure the holders appreciate it as well. So that's what is always, friends. This is also, Vitalik doesn't like that either. A lot of these people don't like it because, friends, here's the honest truth, okay? The truth is, okay, every person in their community thinks they are the one. These cults, these memes, these religions, it's just like all the religions of the world. Everyone thinks they've got the right answer, right? But also, what about countries? Let's not even use the religions. Let's use countries. Like America think, hey, we got the best system, Then parts of Europe think they got the best system. Switzerland think they have the best system. You see? But it's not really the best. It's whatever works best for those groups of people. So, but that's why, look, you got to remember, man, whoever believes in their core thing and is on the unicorn becomes the richest and the wealthiest and gains the most. The problem is, I have a bird's eye view of everyone and I step into everyone's shoes and I can see the privacy maxi, he's all in. The XRP guy, he's all in, okay? I'm serious. The Ethereum layer 2 guy, he's all in. The Solana guy, he's all in. The Bitcoin DeFi guy, he's all in. The PulseChain guy is all in. Everyone is all in on all these ideas. And they're not crossing each ideas. They're all in on their idea. There's only going to be a few like big winners at the very, very end. So what happens to the rest? So it's almost like it introduces these concepts of like what's the probability of you being right, and what's the probability of you even thinking that you're like on the right path or whatever. But this doesn't enter the heads of most people in there because they're the ones making the value and they truly believe. And it's true. It's true. That's why I empathize with a post like that from OrangeGooey, because I know, like, friends, they're not leaving. Like HOA and all these things, like they're not. So this is the thing, okay? When I show you this chart, okay? When I show you this chart, the people who make this chart, okay, they don't do what I do when I'm like, you know what? This might be an expensive zone. This is where you probably want to get out into Pulse, okay? They don't have this. There's none of this. What do you mean exit? Okay, you once you're in. This is where you belong. This is home. Okay, this is where everyone feels like it's home. And yeah, it's true. It's just we're so early. It's hard, friends. Not just hard. It's literally difficult, man. Everyone thinks they have the best home. Everyone does, right? So it gets deep, doesn't it? It's a chicken and egg problem. Okay, so if everybody had this mercenary thing, you have pump fund JPEG. If everyone had that mindset, you just have pump fund JPEG. Like, oh, I'm only here for these like next 55 seconds, literally, before I Jeep out. Okay, so but who makes all the value? It's all the long-term believers. You see what I mean? But then, like, I'll just be honest, friends. Like, for OrangeGooey, Richard Hart would be saying to you, hey, PulseChain's my home. It's just that we're so big now. This is what happens, friends. Just to give you an insight, this is what happens, okay? You get so big that your tickers, okay, so here is PulseChain logo, and here is PulseX. Your tickers and your size get so big, you are one with the cycle, okay? You are now a slave to Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty much as you get bigger and bigger and bigger. You can't disconnect from them. Remember, memes, friends, are cycle one stuff. If you were to put a gun to my head, a water pistol to my head, okay, I actually do have a lovely gun. If you say, hey, I'm going to squirt you with this gun if you don't answer me, how do you think the top actually happens with crypto? Well, it's just like every other cycle. People believe so much that they believe they are immune from the correlation of liquidity events. They're immune from the fact that, just like, friends, a virus can come and spread. That's what happens in the bear markets. The fee-selling virus spreads. Everybody just gets worried. Oh, damn, I might need a month or a year. It's never going to turn around again, okay? So this is market cycles themselves. So I think it adds a very, very interesting point, doesn't it? And speaking of all these, friends, this leads me to my next point. Shout out to this baby doll. I started following him recently. CC2 Ventures. I don't know who he is, but it's pretty good. Look at this. There is so much cabal stuff going on behind the scenes. You wouldn't even believe me if I told you. Look at this. Pui had a KOL round around 40 cents per token right before it went ballistic. The terms, the more you bull post, the faster it vests. They asked me to join too. What that means is, obviously, if you put, like they say, hey, if you post once a week, you're going to get your unlocks in 12 months. If you post 10 times a week, you get your unlock in 1 month. You're like, oh, wow, if I post 10 times more often, I'm going to get it in 1 month instead of 12, right? And then, is this an incentive thing? So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you the Pui chart. Pui did this monster run. Surprise, surprise, friends. It comes and does this super strong run. Everyone's saying, oh, it's an XOI, it's an X. See that? But look, friends, I'm just going to be completely honest, man. I tell you what's going on, but it doesn't mean you can never buy, because you've been waiting for this moment. You see, you can't stop the crowd, man. Like, you can't. They're coming in. Everyone's coming in to participate. Okay, it's going to happen to our PulseChain altcoins, by the way. Okay, OrangeGooey was just shown on here. Okay, do you think people who hate Tangang are going to be able to FUD the Tangang tickers enough to stop the all the bridging activity coming in? People are gonna find their ways into the orange emoji. Hey, I see these orange emojis anywhere. I like it. I resonate. They're gonna do that. You see, I'm helping everybody see their own side, friends, but also it's for you and me. For the people in there, I don't go, you notice me, friends, how I operate. I don't go to these people and say, you need to change everything you think about and how the world works, and you need to go look at the other side. I don't tell anybody to do that whatsoever. I go, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep talking how you're talking. Keep doing what you're doing. Just like with Hexcan believers. I don't tell everyone who's like Hex Maxi, hey, check out these Solana poop coins. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, then you're taking the value away from the ecosystem. So you need them there. They're like the trees. The roots go into the field and they grow everything stronger. By the way, friends, so on the topic of like the term exit liquidity, what people, you probably want to know, wait, exit liquidity just means sell. Okay, if you're not selling, so you just throw money into a pit and you do nothing with it. The alternative onto that is liquidity providing. Okay, so you're providing liquidity in your range. But here's the problem, friends. Okay, here's the problem. Okay. Do you remember I told you the top might form where people believe they are immune from the correlation on the way down? That's how it happens every cycle, okay? Well, if providing liquidity is great, it's great. You can run into an issue where you completely overestimate what a bear market trading volume range is like. In terms of, let's say someone's providing liquidity and they're making like, of all these coins everywhere, and let's say everything goes up 15x from here and they're making like $5,000 per month. They're like, wow, I can live off this. Liquidity, it's passive income. In the bear market, the volume drops to 90%. Okay, the volume goes down big. So your $5,000 will go down to 4, and then 3, and then 1, and then by the end of the year, it's down to $500. Okay, if you're lucky. And by the way, the coins have dropped down as well with it. So that's economic activity for GDP. That's why, friends, when a recession comes, it's not just a recession of people losing jobs. It's they've lost jobs and they're spending less as well, which feeds itself backwards. They're spending less, which fuels less jobs. Okay, basically it pours water over that as well. So I live in, friends, we're playing a game. It's like a game, right? There's people come in, there's adoption. When all these people come in, I'm just trying to help you plan for the future. Okay, so like for example, friends, if you take an umbrella with you outside, you're not telling the clouds to come and rain. You just, what if it rains? It's outside of my control. That's why I'm telling you, if you are taking profits in a 2025 year, yeah, you're not telling the coin to go down. You're not telling people that it can't go higher. You're just saying, bro, what if something unexpected happens? That's it. What if something unexpected happens? I need to be able to be around in the game for 1 or 2, 3 years. Okay. Once you have that mindset, you start to see things from like a probabilistic outcome in terms, because friends, I'll tell you right now, man, you know how it looks like. I'll share something with you. Okay. Do you know how many people came out in the bear market? You know what made me pissed off the most? When we were here hustling in the bottoms here, do you know how many people were saying this was the most obvious top ever? Every single person. Man, I wanted to bitch slap them. They were saying, oh, it was so obvious, blah, 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 friends. And then I checked the people who called the bear market. Friends, you know, Uncle Bobby Lucas and Crypto Kobe, you know, all these big guys who like called the bear market. You know, altcoins. So coins were already down 50. Bitcoin's already down 50%. Okay. It was already down 40, 50%. So Bitcoin drops 50%, altcoins are down 68%, and then they call the bear market. So it wasn't like it was like, and they're the ones who are like open and honest about it. All these other people pretended like they knew what was going on, but no. So that's why we're not going to hit this point where there's a big fat green candle for Bitcoin, and I tell you, hey, start to feel worried now, time to get everything out. And so we can't manage these. We can't manage these with certainty. So that's why you gotta respect that any of these uncertain things can happen, but also we've got to be bullish too. Are there non-believers here? We're the non-believers. There's literally no non-believer. Every single person here is skits. Every person here is a die-hard believer. I literally wear like most of the coins I see. I don't see maybe the AI generated meme coins or the DeFi mid stuff. Okay, there's weak hands there, but the VC stuff, we don't have any weak hands here. When they come, you'll see that they don't enter and just hang around this fence. They enter with big size. You get it? They enter with big size. They don't come here and just like join a Telegram and they hang out. No, the price, it will reprice. You'll see. Look what CC2 also shared. Soy will also have a KOL round where you get in at half of the current market valuation. If you see an increasing amount of soy bull posts soon, don't be surprised. Isn't that crazy? So the coins, let's say the coins are $1. They're like, hey, we've reserved these tokens. They're 50 cents for you. You got a bull post it, but interesting. See, what they're trying to do is they're trying to engineer the meme coin narrative. They're trying to say, hey, you are on side, Mr. KOL, Mrs. KOL. You're on side at 2x. Go bull post it. You get it? But friends, one person can't bring all this value to a coin. Everyone has to get rich together. Everyone. Okay, they're VC tokens. They pay a few KOLs. No. In all the coins we're in, when that goes up, we all win together. Look at Bitcoin. 100% of people holding Bitcoin are in profit. Okay, literally 99.99%. All in profit. They keep cheering for it. So we learn from these. It's about the community. Ever wondered why everyone is currently bull posting movement? They also have a KOL round as well, you know. So also CC2. Craziest part is that those influencers shield those 3 undisclosed, making it look organic despite having a vested interest in number go up. They didn't buy on the open market. They got favorable terms, usually 50% lower from the current fair value. So look, here, friends, assume anytime you hear about a coin, assume the person you heard it from, they're on side, they got in much lower, and assume they got paid, okay? Assume all of that. Even though you know it's not what you just assume. Once you have those, now you can look at the coin and go, are you still worth a buy? Okay? If you can say yes, it's a good coin. Okay? You can say yes. For example, there are people who bought HEX, like Mr. Firewhale bought HEX after its first month of going down. You know what I mean? He's like probably up, what 100x? Okay, just give me an example. Yeah, he's up 100x. I still think HEX is a good buy here. I think PulseChain Altcoin ecosystem is a good buy here. You see what I mean? Like, that, okay, he's on side. And, okay, you know Rich is not paying him. But yeah, he's on side. He has a vested interest in it going up. I still think they're good buys. I think the core coins, I think the ecosystem is a good buy. You see? Also with Bitcoin, right? Would you, if Bitcoin dropped to 20K, do you think you'd buy it? Yes, okay, but there's Max Kaiser bought at $1. You're buying his 20,000x. Okay? So, you see all these things come together now. And, look, just, you're going to have to sharpen yourself because no one's going to come out and give us this obvious answer. We have to figure out how genuine someone is. And you got to assume that they're going to be out in 5 seconds. Just assume that, man. It's about the community. You're betting on the community. If the community is just one person, you got a problem there. Is that person trying to bring a bigger community? Okay, that's what Richard Hart's doing, by the way. That's what Richard Hart's doing. That's why he's able to mog the non-believers. It's not just like Richard Hart chain. There's 200,000 people, for example, okay? You've learned almost too much today. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.